intuition, and how do I follow it? I don't know how you're going to follow it. This is what I do. I have always had faith that shit would always work out. It's other people putting their crap on me and giving me their not going to happen and da-da-da-da-da. That was the problem. But things were always okay in my life. Ex-husband was out of work for 6 months. Guess what? We were okay. I did that. So, I've always zigged when told to zig and zag when I'm told to zag. Spirit's always told me stuff. And so whenever I was in Virginia last, had some problems at work that they were trying to make things difficult. Loading me up my last 2 weeks of patients that weren't mine, expecting me to do this, and that, and put my patients on the back burner, and that wasn't going to happen. I let it happen for the first week because I'm a helper. That's what I do. And it ended up working out great because I was able to help a lot of people. But it did put a strain on charting and shit like that, which was a pain in the ass. The last 2 weeks, though, I finally said screw it, and I quit because I was being pushed to do that, and that's what I did. I was also getting pushed. I kept feeling I needed to go back to Vegas. Can't explain it. I just kept getting songs from it and signs and synchronicities, and then all of a sudden on Wednesday I get a call from a hotel that I won something at, but the only catch was I had to be there by Saturday. So I was thinking, okay, so do I drive home or do I fly? And then I get this call and they say you got to be here by Saturday, and I'm like, well, there's no way I can drive halfway across the country. That's just gonna be a bitch by myself. So okay, there's my answer. I'm supposed to fly home, and I got to do it now. So I zigged and I zagged. That's what I did. And it all worked out, by the way. It didn't matter that, things I didn't really have it to do and da-da-da. It all worked out. And it was meant to be. I get home and my apartment had been empty for a year off and on. No issues. And somebody broke in that week. That same fucking week, somebody broke into my apartment, stole shit, trashed it, stole weird shit. I'm not going to go into that because that's for me, not for you. But whatever. It is what it is. It wasn't nothing. So, shit happens. It does. It did not ruin my week. I had an amazing week. They made sure I had an amazing week. You've seen it online. And then I was told to zig and zag again. Get the hell out. You need to get back to Virginia to my car. And I did that too. And I'm not going to go into why because it doesn't matter. But the point is things always work out. Even when feel it in your gut, it's like, oh, that's scary. Or how's that going to happen? Or when you take care of you, when you choose you and choose what you know is right and start listening to your body and the signs around you, the synchronicities, if you're paying attention, everything works together. That is how you start getting on the right path. You see signs, you see feathers, you see, weird numbers, and different things. Anyhow, so, it's all about that faith. I have always had that faith. People in my life, parents get, worried, and they're like, what are you going to do about that? They try to stress you out. It's like, but you got to have this, you got to, no, you don't. You got to have exactly what you think you got to have, not what they think you got to have. You've got to start listening to yourself and get away from other people that are still stuck in the matrix, still stuck in old beliefs, and you've got to start thinking for yourself. You've got to start listening to that little kid inside of you, your higher self. Everything already knows. You already know. If you're listening to this, you know. Unless you're listening to it for other reasons. We're not going into that. But whatever. The people that know, know. So stop listening to miserable people. Stop trying to save people that are not ready. Just because they're not ready now doesn't mean they won't be later. But they're holding you back. You know, if you're in the wrong circle, if you're sitting at the wrong table, they're holding you back from being happy, from being abundant in multiple areas, and from finding love. You know, whether that be parents, siblings, kids. I'm talking about older kids, by the way. And interesting. Sorry. Yeah. All kinds of things. Getting sidetracked. So get out of your head and start listening to your intuition. What do